What you're about to see is our apartment in Japan. Hello and welcome to our Japanese apartment. Come on in. This is our entryway, and we have a shelf for our shoes, and we haven't quite finished decorating this space. Actually, that's a general theme. We've gotten a little bit settled, but we have not finished all of our kind of making it all our own. But we do have our little charms from our travels here to greet us as we come in. Okay, come on in. Okay, so first we'll come in to Astra's room. She chose to have this loft bed like this, and she's got a desk. It's very nice and cozy, and she wanted it so she could have a little space all her own with her beanbag chairs back there so that her and Connor can have late night chatting,
conversing.
And then across the way is Connor's room, and he chose to have this really high loft bed, and so that he could have this kind of computer cave under here. And instead of two small bean bags, a giant bean bag, which we have dubbed the mochi. It gets pulled out. It's hard for it to see exactly how giant that bean bag is, but it does get pulled out into our living room often to become part of our One Piece watching. We continue down the hall here. We've got our washing machine, bathtub, and sink area all in one. So the washing machine, which we picked out, felt like it was a decent size for a family. Our sink area, Vanity, our cameraman. And then our wet bath. This bathroom is completely wet, so you shower in that whole thing, and the bath is really nice and deep. And one of the things that we love the most about it is that it automatically fills. So you just push a button and it fills it all the way. And it doesn't even matter if it overfills it a little bit, like you get in and it splashes out a little, it's fine, because that whole room is a wet room. So it's really nice to have this really deep, relaxing bath. And we've really gotten into the Japanese bathing culture. Okay, I'm gonna come down the hall a little further, because in most Japanese homes, the toilet room is separate from the bathroom. It does make it so much easier for a family, because somebody could be using the toilet, somebody can be using the bath, somebody can be using the sink. They're all kind of separate areas. So come on over here. I'll switch places with you. And we can open up this room. We have our fancy Japanese toilet here, complete with washlet. It's so nice to have nice fancy Japanese toilet. And we always appreciate that the sink is on the top. Since this room is separate, it means you can wash your hands right there after instead of having to go into another room to wash your hands. That's kind of the front half of our apartment. We have this door that separates so that it's a little easier to cool and heat just one part of the apartment. And this is the living space of the apartment. So first we have our kitchen. It's kind of a narrow kitchen, but it's actually not too bad size for a Japanese kitchen. I think you found that it's worked pretty well for you.
I have indeed. Something we really hope to find with our home was a kitchen that felt more connected to the rest of the living space. That way, sure, there are times I might be in the kitchen kind of chilling out with a podcast or video or something while I cook or do dishes, but other times too, it's really nice to be able to just engage and talk and we can just hang out as a family while the work of the kitchen's going on. So we were really happy with this space. We've got a nice recessed area for the fridge, room along here for sorting rubbish according to the local style. Every place in Japan has its own particulars of how they want the rubbish sorted. We have a 3-bin system. We might add a little shelf or table of some kind here, don't know yet. We have our 3-burner gas stove, also a Japanese fish grill or fish oven, so we can make toast, we can roast vegetables, all sorts of kind of small scale oven type stuff we can do. And we get this nice handy pass-through as well, so people can be at the table and we can hand things back and forth as needed. And it's been a really lovely setup, but my favorite part is down here. Because one of the things we did was I really wanted a Japanese kitchen knife. This is a Santoku from Jikko Cutlery, just up the train line a little bit in Sakai. Sakai is one of the main knife-making areas of Japan, and we're not that far from it, so this is probably just my first Japanese kitchen knife.
I love that it has your name on it.
Yeah.
I think it's been really nice to have the kitchen knife.
It really has. And too, the kids are helping out in the kitchen more and more, so they've also gotten to use really nice.
3 years of Airbnb knives. And this makes you grateful for having such a great knife.
It really does. Yeah, there's no more of that glorified tinfoil you get in some places. Oh man, this is... You feel half like a warrior with one of these.
Chopping carrots.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rest of our living area, Anthony and I share this room here, and it is our traditional tatami room, which is a kind of woven grass flooring that has like a little bit of softness to it. And Anthony and I are sleeping on the floor in a traditional Japanese way. My futon is actually out. We have 2 big futons and we put them out, and this whole room basically becomes like a giant bed. So what's nice is we can use that room then for other things during the day because the beds are put away. So we can put a table over there and sit and do some work if we want to, or we can do yoga in there or whatever else. It's a nice clear space. So this was one of the trickiest things about choosing our apartment, because finding one where the layout was something really great with 3 bedrooms. There's almost always a bedroom that's kind of like has no window or is like this, where it's kind of part of the living space. And so this felt like the best solution out of the ones that we looked at. So we got our living space over here, and our TV and couch, our one-piece flag that we took on our cruise, and that we obviously love hanging out as a family there and watching movies and whatnot. And then we have our dining space. This was one of the most important things for us to choose because we spend more time at the kitchen table than anywhere else in our home. And we now, when we choose Airbnbs, we almost always prioritize one that has a table we feel like we can spend time at. So this was really, we knew we wanted to pick one that felt like it fit us really well. We went ahead and got a little bit larger one for the space, and we are so glad we did because we work here, we often school here, we eat here, which is very important to us, and we sit and converse and have long discussions about whatever is going on, and it's a really special place for our family. I really think our kids will look back at our kitchen table conversations and remember those when they grow up. I hope so, anyway. So the rest of this space here is just, we have a sideboard with our nice rice cooker. And we are thinking maybe of putting like a microwave over there. And we have our coffee prep space, which is very important for us as well. And we got proper American sized mugs when we were choosing our mugs. And then we have our really lovely balcony, which is where we dry our laundry, since there usually is not a dryer, and we opted to not do a combo washer dryer. In our experience, they do not work very well, and it takes forever. So it's much easier to dry your laundry on the balcony. And eventually, on the other side of the balcony, we would like to get a little bistro table so we can have coffee out there. That was not a priority because we've been here in the summer and it's been blistering hot and not nice at all to be out there. So we didn't need to do that this time. We'll probably do it next time we're here.
Now we are enjoying our condo. We hustled for about the first 2 weeks to get everything set up. Since then, we've been enjoying our home in Japan, not to mention the awesome surrounding neighborhood and attractions. Can we stay in Japan full time? No, but we don't have to. We love visiting Japan as much as we can, only now, instead of having to find a vacation rental or hotel, when we arrive in Japan, we can just go home. What questions do you have about our experience or about real estate in Japan in general? Let us know in the comments and we'll answer them in our next video. Thanks for following our journey to find our home in Japan. See you next time!